All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wildcat Week episode 9. What? Yeah. That's how it works. It's episode 9. It's currently 10:17 p.m. Owen would like to go to sleep
Thursday.
right now.
I got
on
a
a
lift
Thursday.
at 7:15 in the morning, bright and early.
Sucks
Spring ball.
to be Owen.
No, it doesn't, dude. What's that? It's Cody Co video where it's like Rise and Grind or whatever.
Rise and Grind.
Rise and Grind. Rise and Grind.
Yeah.
Dre Drexler.
Our parents will have no idea what we're talking. Oh my! It's Dre Drexler.
It's Dre Drexler.
Yeah. Outside of Cody Co. So we're gonna have our usual show today: rundown, interview, and then preview of what's coming up. More things happen than what happened last week. Finally. Although it still is that weird little part where like things like still are trying to get on top of things when it comes to spring sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, like so like track. I don't know if track had anything.
No, they had canceled their meet on Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We talked about it last week.
But we'll send you guys to the intro video, and then Owen will bring it back out with some guy sports.
Yeah, let's get it.
On the carry, Shoemaker through the hole, Shoemaker to the end zone. Wildcats are pouring it on.
Hastings across to the middle. Goal! Goal! That's the game! Wildcats win it!
You're listening to Wildcat Week, presented by Amplify Media.
All right, so back into it. Donovan, the intro, every episode, I'm going to tell you this. It's beautiful. So the men's baseball
What I do,
team,
baby?
The men's baseball team, they had a 2-game series against Grace College on Tuesday. It was a doubleheader. They won the first game 9-7, and then they lost the second game 3-5. And then Wednesday against Thomas More. If you all watched that game, you heard my great co-host as the color commentator. They won 18-4. The boys.
I was play-by-play.
Or play-by-play, my bad. The boys put a beat down on Thomas More. I mean, just dude, all around. We had one dude, Salmon. Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yeah, it's just like the fish.
Yeah, Salmon. He had 3 bombs. Morton had a home run. Gooden had a home run, and Blinn had a home run. We had a triple in the day. We had 4 doubles. So I mean, all around a great job.
And to say, Salmon, 2 of his home runs were 3-run homers.
Really? Yeah, I mean, the boys had 18 runs. They put up 18 runs, dude. I mean, that is honestly a great performance by the boys all around for a 1-game series, because, you know, sometimes you got to watch out going into those 1-game series against a team, just because, you know, you may not know if you will play this team again, or, you know, it's 1 game and you're done playing them.
Well,
you know?
So they were actually supposed to
It was a makeup
play,
game, wasn't it? Yeah.
They were supposed to play a doubleheader.
Yeah.
Probably like a month ago.
It was a month ago, yeah.
And then they canceled it, and so now they're only playing one game.
Yeah, 1 game. So I mean, but yeah, the boys all around had a great game. Evans pitched 5 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. All of them were earned. He had 1 walk, 1 strikeout. But I mean, in overall, he had 76 pitches. So I mean, he was the workload of the game. Then Pelkey came on. He had one inning pitched, 2 hits, gave up no runs, and he had 1 strikeout. And he had 15 pitches. And then they closed it out with Ethan Dixon, I think is his name. He had one inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run. And 1 strikeout, and he was the final closeout. He had 22 pitches, so 113 total pitches for the boys, 3 guys. But I mean, shout out to Evans for putting together a very, very solid performance.
I will say, I feel so sorry for this Thomas More pitcher, dude. He was a submarine pitcher. He came in as a reliever.
Yeah.
And
is that the guy they beat down on?
Oh my gosh, really? Dude, he got murdered.
Wow.
He didn't even last 1 out. He didn't even get 1 out.
Oh, yeah, right here. Jay Hall. He had 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, and 3 batters he faced, 13 pitches.
Yeah.
He gave up 4 earned runs and 3 pitches.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awful for him.
And 1 walk. So
but
that was the other batter.
Like the wind was so hard right to left, and him already being submarine, he already has to pitch it across his body, so it just made it worse for him.
Poor guy. And I mean, hey, the starting pitcher for Thomas More, Duncan, he didn't put together a good old stat line either. He had 2 2 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 11 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 hit by pitches, no walks, or no, he had 3 walks, no intentional walks, 2 hits by pitches. He faced 15 batters, and he had 74 pitches in 2 2/3.
He only had 1 good inning. I think it was the 3rd inning. He went 3 up, 3 down. But other than that, I mean, rocked.
Yeah. And then,
by the way, I'd like to point out it's 75 degrees in this room right now.
Dr. Perry, please stop. And then Jay Hall came in, the submarine guy, lasted 13 pitches, and then they brought in Weingarten. Weingarten. And he Weingartner, and he had the final out of that of the 3rd inning, and then he had lasted 2 more innings after that, and then they brought in Anthony for an inning. And I mean, solid numbers from the last 2 guys, but I mean, Duncan and Hall kind of got
rocked
around. But hey, shout out to the boys. So
and you'll hear from them later.
Yeah, exactly. Surprise, that's who we got on the podcast this week, ladies and gentlemen. So golf took I'd consider this a dub. So they, out of 16 teams, the men's golf team came in 2nd place at the Garn Championship. The event started at 8:45 a.m. Monday. That was the first tee time, and then it finished on Tuesday. So I mean, just shout out to the boys, the men's golf team. After no offense, but not after a really stellar performance at the Point Skyhawk Invitational in March 7th through 8th, they came 14th out of 16. So I mean, to come around and quite literally just go from being 2nd to last to 2nd place. So I mean, good job overall for the men's golf team. Men's tennis started right back off at the IW Invitational. They played today, so this will go today, tomorrow, or it started yesterday, so Wednesday. I'm sorry, correction. It started yesterday. It's today going on right now, and then it will go tomorrow and Saturday. So I'll talk about the next 3 days, or today and the next 2 days, and after the interview. But in the first one, it started at 4:30. They played Cardinal Stritch University, and they won 4-0. So a clean sweep off the bat. And Donovan, that's actually it for the men's sports that recently took place. Like we said earlier, the track and field, the Polar Bear Invitational, which was essentially the IWU first outdoor meet of the season, and it was hosted here, got canceled. So.
Yeah. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I will start it off with women's golf. So the women's golf, they played a 2-day match at TPC Deer Run. If you're not a golf fan, there's a PGA Tour event that happens there every single year called the John Deere Classic.
Yep.
If you are a golf fan, it's the place where Jordan Spieth took his first ever professional win and stopped being an amateur right there, and now he has rode to success ever since. Even though my dad does not like Jordan Spieth.
What?
Spieth. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Dang.
Anyway, sorry, Dad. And then
I call out your fault.
So talking about the women's golf team, they actually took first place in the actual invite.
They're good. They are good.
So, and they won by 29 strokes.
Wow. They're good.
So
the girls are good.
Caroline Gibson actually took first overall. The first day, she shot a 3-under 69. And then the second round shot 77. Braden Odell positioned 3rd. McKenna Hosteller was 4th, and then we had a 3-way tie for 6th place. Faith Ingenoff, Sydney Lairley, and Nicole Dillo all tied for 6th at a 159 for their total score between the 2 days. So the Wildcats finished with a total of 616, and then Marion was in 2nd with 645. The women's golf team, I believe they're sitting in 7th right now, and they'll probably stay there for a while. Moving on to softball, the women are currently 23-5.
Wow.
Still don't like showing up on a podcast or answering emails or anything like that.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely bonkers. But they also had a total of 6 games so far this week, and they will have 4 more coming up. But for those 6 games that happen, they played a doubleheader against Bethel on Monday night. They won both of those games 9-2, 10-0. Tuesday, they played a doubleheader up at Huntington. They won both those games 11-3, 8-0. And then they just split a series last night on Wednesday where they won the first game 7-6 and lost the second one 2-4. Couple of inside stats here on the for the Marion games. Let's see. I'm so bad at reading baseball stats.
Softball.
Oh yeah, I thought you said golf ball, and I was like, what? We had one girl, Warily. She had 2 RBIs. Not a lot. We only had 4 hits. Oh, that's the game we lost. Yeah, the game we lost. Who cares about the game we lost?
Smooth, Donovan. Real smooth. Maybe this is why they don't want to come on the podcast.
This is probably why they don't want to be on the podcast.
We don't give them the respect they deserve.
So the game they won, 7-6, they had 11 hits. It was 1, 2, 3. Girls had 2 hits. Oh my gosh, dude! Why do the softball girls have such hard names to pronounce? This
Maybe if they came on the podcast, we would.
Girl with her last name Tregesser. Yeah, that's true. Tregesser. She had 3 RBIs. She also hit a home run.
Yep.
But she hit a. What does the SH mean? Solo home run.
SH. Yeah, what I'm guessing. Solo home run.
So Tregesser and Cameron Buck each had a solo home run. And then Harding had a sacrifice fly. They had 3 doubles, which doubles are kind of hard to come by in softball because it's so short.
It's very short. So yeah, that's actually really impressive.
Those girls run like faster than me probably.
Yeah, they definitely run faster than me.
Yeah, given. So
you're short.
I just get a little sad every single time I hear that. So yeah, that. Yeah, I'm short. So yeah, moving on to women's tennis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is my last thing. Women's tennis.
Dude, they're ranked 3rd.
They're still ranked 3rd.
Yeah.
And they had 2 matches yesterday, one earlier today, and then they had another one at 4 today. I guess they just haven't reported the scores for it yet.
Okay.
But the first one on Wednesday was Cardinal Stritch University won that one 4-0. Whippity split. Okay, never mind. Just murdered what I was going to say. And then today at 2, they played St. Thomas University out of Florida. They won that one 4-2. So that one was pretty tight. But they still took home the dub. They are, let me see, they are 31-3. So let's see if they would win out 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. They could be before they reach the national championships. They could be 38-3 if they decide to win out on their season.
I mean, dude, our tennis teams are solid. I mean, you got the men's who are 30-3,
and
so I mean, and they're ranked 2nd, and then you got the girls team who are, what was the record you said?
31-3.
31-3, and they're.
And they even had a match get canceled, so they could have had a 40-win season, which I heard is Coach Shigley's kind of like major goal is to have his tennis teams break 40 wins in a season. I guess it's never happened at Indiana Wesleyan. So great job for the women's tennis. Keep rolling, keep doing what you're doing. But for me and Owen, we're gonna send you guys to the interview portion with 2 baseball players. It was an awesome interview. Owen was geeking out the entire time. Because he played baseball in high school.
Yeah, it was fun. Donovan had no clue what was going on because he is a golfer.
Yeah. Shout out Riley Nadishin.
Yeah, shout out you, little brother.
I know. Good luck at Louisiana Tech next year.
Yeah. Go Bulldogs.
That'll be fun playing Division I golf for him.
Yeah, I bet. You get to go to
I
nice
hope
places.
So. Just go.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say he gets to go down south, but he's already gonna be down south.
He'd be going even further south, probably to like.
Mexico,
in like Bahamas mainly. I feel like I definitely know of. I'm pretty sure what he's told me is either it was either the first tournament this year or the first tournament his freshman year will be in the Bahamas. And I'm like, bro,
pack your swim trunks,
literally,
because we're diving into the coral.
Hey, imagine we go down there. We do like a Louisiana Tech interview podcast for the boys. That'd be sick though. But
Wildcat Week featuring Louisiana Tech, Riley Nadishin.
That'd be sick. He's got to qualify for it first, but you know,
he'll qualify, man. He'll qualify.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll send you guys to the interview portion, and then after the interview portion, we'll send you guys on to the preview section. So, Owen, you ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the interview section. The snaps always get Owen every single time I do it. But today we're joined by two baseball players. I'm not going to say men's baseball team because the other version of baseball is softball, and that one's for the girls. So we're going to introduce them now. So sitting right here is Colby Jenkins, Jr., catcher / DH, and then Drew Young. Drew, what is your position?
I'm a pitcher.
Pitcher. All right, let's give him a round of applause.
Yes. Yeah. I don't forget to turn the pot up.
I forgot to turn it up. So, guys, you just had a game. So today's Thursday for everyone that's watching, but you guys just had a game yesterday on Wednesday. Rocked the socks off of Thomas More. Yeah. Tell me about it.
I mean, we really just came together as a team, and we finally just kind of clicked. Our offense was there. Nick Evans, another freshman pitcher, came out, threw a gem, and our relievers came in and followed him up really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, Nick was phenomenal. Like, he hasn't had many appearances this year, but the ones that he's had so far have been just solid. I mean, he had a appearance at Mount Vernon that was pretty good, and then just absolutely dominated against Thomas More.
Yeah, the run support was huge too. Evan Salmon, 8 home runs on the day.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the interview.
Yeah, a few more guys with bombs on the day, and like, when you're just hitting like that, you just can't be stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally.
I was doing the play-by-play for it, and there was such a sweeping wind from right to left that if you pulled anything,
was this when the
gone.
football team was practicing? Was that day? Because I remember,
it was yesterday.
Wednesday. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I remember hearing a couple like the announcer, like it was probably you. Was it? Or you were doing play-by-play. You were in PA, yeah. I remember hearing Sam like a bunch, just hearing like, and there's another home run. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, I really don't know some of these guys' names on the baseball team. So I was like, I really hope that's us. I was like, or that'd be really bad because I was like, that's a lot of times someone scored. But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we kind of want to learn a little bit more about you guys. So first question kind of for you guys is, how were you kind of introduced to baseball, and how did you kind of find that love for it?
It was really probably early elementary school. A bunch of my friends were playing, and like I just wasn't really into sports at the time. And then one of my friend's dads actually came up to me, and he was like, "Hey, are you doing anything like the next few weeks? Like we want you to come out." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Like let's try it." And then it just kind of stuck from there.
Yeah. You, Drew?
I've played since I was 4. My dad got me into it when I was younger. But, I mean, I really found a love for it when I was, like, 11 and 12. I mean, earlier than that, I didn't really comprehend much of it. I mean, we were losing a lot of games at that age. But, like, after that, man, it was just like, all right, let's play. And then, like, took it really serious in high school. And then I guess here we are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I love like hearing another side of like every time when we bring someone in, like why is the reason they fell in love with their sport, you know? Because it's like I have my reasons for the sports I like when I fell in love with it, like with football and like when I played baseball in high school, like why I love the sport, and like it's just really cool to hear another athlete's perspective from like the other side. I guess from like the interviewee side of the microphone. So it's really cool.
So getting right into it. We have walk-up songs, and so Drew, do you bat? Or have you? Okay,
no.
so
do they have like walk-up like the like on the mound songs?
Sick. All right, so what's kind of each of your guys' songs?
So I've been on a Bob Seger kick for my walk-ups.
Okay.
In college this year, it's Rock and Roll Never Forgets. I was sitting in my room one night watching the first Grown Ups movie. I was watching Adam Sandler.
It's a great inspiration.
Adam Sandler, Kevin James are going down that water slide.
Yeah.
Just banging in the background. And I was like, yep, there it is.
That's
a great way.
That's great.
That's funny. Mine, I mean, they haven't played it yet. I had an Ariana Grande song for a while that I thought
Which
slapped
one?
pretty
Which
hard.
one,
It was
yeah.
7 Rings.
Oh.
It bangs, man. But then, like, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. And then the other one, haven't played it yet because I haven't pitched at home since then, is Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses.
Oh, okay.
Heck yeah.
I misses.
That's a lot better. So, all right. So So I played first base like throughout my entire high school like career basically, and I liked the turf because it was a lot easier to pick off the turf like when the infielder would suck at their throwing or whatever. So you're being a pitcher, so I'm gonna go with you first because I know because there's a lot of turf fields that will have like dirt mounds. Do you guys have a dirt mound or is it just okay? Yeah. By the way, for anybody, we have a turf infield. And no one else does.
We do.
So suck it. Apparently that's the coolest thing. So, but for you, what do you prefer as a pitcher?
I really like the turf. Our turf is like really nice.
Yeah.
We just got it replaced too because I mean the spikes have kind of been tearing it up lately.
Yeah.
But ours is really really nice. I mean we have a lot of the turf pellets on there, but like I don't know. There's just something about pitching on a turf mound that's really fun. So
Yeah.
I mean dirt's not bad. You can't go wrong with a solid dirt mound, but when there's just like massive holes in the rubber, you're just like, no, this isn't it.
Yeah, I bet. What about you?
I'm more of a dirt guy myself.
Okay.
There's not really a reason for it, but like, I just like the dirt fields better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dirt fields you can get dirty too, so like it's fun.
Yeah.
It looks cool, impresses the
Yeah,
ladies.
I definitely like it when I make like a sick play and the dirt, like the infield's dirt, and like dove out. I'm just like covered in like that's right.
That was always me. Like I stopped playing baseball after like 6th grade, but like every single time in Little League, especially in like kindergarten, like T-ball, I was sliding into every single base.
Yeah.
Like I got put dirt on my knees. No, but do you guys, when you guys were in high school, did you guys like kind of do the summer ball route and everything like that, being part of teams?
Yes. Do you still play summer ball? Because I know that's kind of a thing. I have a couple buddies that play college ball and like down south in like Louisiana, but they play like college ball. They'll play summer ball like up north.
Yeah, we get some guys that do. Sometimes it's more of just like a contract based type thing.
Okay.
And so I haven't. I know you plan on this summer.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So how will that work? Kind of with like everything will be fine, like eligibility wise.
Yeah. You're allowed to play summer ball as a college baseball player. Like Colby said, some of them are like contract based. So you have leagues like the Northwoods leagues, the Cape Cod League. Those are for the best of the best.
The top tier.
Yeah, I had a buddy that played in the Cape Cod
Yeah,
League.
so like you'll sign a contract with a team, and then, but the league that I'm playing in, it's a Grand Park league. It's pretty new, but like some dudes are coming there.
Okay.
So like it's not really contract based, but you still go through like a draft, and you have to fill out paperwork. But like
Yeah.
I mean you can select to play like half the summer.
Oh, okay.
whole
That's
summer,
nice.
And then like where they play the Grand Park League out of, like you have a whole training facility called Pro X. And
Yeah.
it's just like it's super nice, and you have access to all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
sweet.
really sick.
Yeah. Okay, I have another question. This is so off because I don't have it on here, but so growing up playing travel ball, I played showcase. You guys know showcase ball. It's much different from like the daddy travel ball stuff. I played in the World Wood Bat tournament every single summer, and it was like it would be until my senior year. I would play in like the 17U and then the 18U, like junior year. So I'd play like in both. So I'd go twice. But that park in Atlanta, it's the Perfect Game Park. Have you guys been there before?
Oh, yeah.
That is is that probably the nicest like showcase or travel ball park you kind of go to?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every year you always look forward to going down to Georgia and
Yeah.
like it's just the experience. You have all the vendors, you have all these top tier guys. It's
Yeah.
like one game you're playing a kid, oh, he's going to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, exactly.
This kid's going to Texas A&M. It's just fun baseball to play.
Yeah, the Canes team.
Oh, yeah.
They were good. And then I remember I played against my junior year. We played against this team from Puerto Rico, and they had I think it was like it was like an MLB team. It was like their like underclass team or whatever. And I was in like we got destroyed. And like this kid was sandbagging on the mound, like this Puerto Rican dude, and he was like sandbagging on the mound. I was like, okay, like, you know, he's throwing like 90, 91. I get up there, dude, just 95, boom, 96. And then I like hear where he's going. It's like a JUCO, and they're like, yeah, because he's gonna get drafted in 2 years. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I got it.
Did you ever go down to like JetBlue Park?
Yeah, I played in JetBlue Stadium.
Yeah.
For the because I had played on 2 different showcase teams, and the first one I did. And when I was 16, I played on the 18U team, and we went down there, and that one was that park was sick.
Yeah,
that
it
was
makes
really
you feel
nice.
so small.
Oh yeah, because I
You're
mean,
up against that wall.
yeah,
and
it's
you're just
basically like a miniature Fenway Park.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's in what Jupiter, right?
I think Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. Okay, yeah, Fort Myers. But yeah, that was sick. I did that whenever I was 16, whatever grade that is. I don't know. But yeah, that was fun.
So jumping from high school and all this showcase stuff and travel ball, you step onto a college field. Drew, you're going through it right now, just kind of getting that change from high school to college. But Colby, what was that change like for you?
Everything's just faster paced. Behind the plate, like you have to know what you're doing. Pitchers are throwing harder, but like you also have guys that throw with more command, and so it's all about slowing the game down and like attacking what you can and letting what has to come to you come to you.
Yeah.
And it's all just a feel based.
Yeah. Is it different? Like I mean, obviously it's different, but because I know the pitchers will get harder thrower. Was that an adjustment for you or from high school? Because I know there is some high school pitchers that throw insanely fast, and it's about the same in college. But was that an adjustment? The movement and the technique and everything like that.
It was mainly just changeups.
Yeah.
In high school, you see a lot of fastball curveballs, and then like college, you get to these guys that have third pitches, and it's just like it's a whole new. You have a whole different at bat just because you have a whole different pitch you got to think about, and like velocity wise, like high school summer ball, there's a jump, but like summer ball to college, you're playing a lot of guys that are like you said, JUCO, do D2, 1, NAI, wherever they're going. It's like they're going there for a reason, so they're pretty good.
Yeah. And Drew, I think Colby showed me this video. You got absolutely rocked.
Come on, Colby.
Wait, what?
He threw a pitch, and this dude was it a Dominican guy?
Yeah, from Faulkner.
Yeah,
just absolutely took one to the moon against you.
Definitely.
So with that going on, like how was that? How was the transition been for you?
That was a great transition, Donovan.
He's calling me out.
I know.
He's like, you suck.
Yeah.
No, it's the transition, like Colby said, it's faster paced, but like when you get to the NAIA, you're gonna have guys that do throw harder. You're gonna have guys that have more stuff, but then like there's also guys that like underdeveloped. Like that's the reality of every single level. But clearly, the guy who I faced from Faulkner was not underdeveloped.
You learned fast that pitchers can't miss high.
Bingo. Yeah, but since that, we haven't given up one, so we'll
that's a
But ever since he reminded me of Fernando Tatis, man, just absolutely pimped that ball.
Yeah.
Weren't you behind the plate too?
I was.
Ooh.
I got the best view of it.
Yeah.
And then he told him to scurry along.
Yeah.
But he sat there and watched it for a while.
You don't mind a little celebration, but like when the ball is landing and you still haven't left
the
circle at home, you're just like, hey man, like it's time to move on.
Yeah, I think whenever because I was a DH. I mean, I played first base, but like no, I was a DH. I couldn't do throwing the ball. I thought about it so much. It was like I would think of like my favorite one was like the double plays. You'd like come off the bag and it'd be like it'd be your glove side, so you got to do the 360 throw.
Oh.
See, I had no time to think about it. I just threw it, so it was always good. But if I had like a throw side play and I had to like turn around, I'd think about it, I'd airmail it in the left field. So I was more of a DH guy. And whenever I'd hit a home run, I would like kind of sit there, and then I'd be like, once they get past the infield, they'd be like, all right, I'm not gonna, because I also played catcher when I was like little, so or like freshman year, and I knew like that was such a jerk move to just stand there and just be like, and then just go like once the ball was in the outfield, like that's just, you're a jerk if you do that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for bat flips and like pitchers celebrating on the mound, but like I do think there's like a fine line. It's like you like. You know you got it. Yeah. You just hit that ball 500 feet over the home field scoreboard. Like, you know where it's going to land. So just come on.
I think it's on the other side of the road still.
It probably is.
But, like, here's the thing for college ball. Like, on the real, like, pitchers are going to have to adjust quicker. Like, leave that ball up. Oh, what do you do? Dude who reminds me of Fernando Tatis hits it 610 feet, but, like, you got to come out the next time, next inning, next pitch even. Just like college pitchers are going to adjust, or college pitchers who are like willing to adjust will adjust. So
as Colby was talking about, have you been able to kind of find that third pitch so far for yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I think Coach McDonald has done a really good job, like, enforcing me to make my third pitch better. And, like, to be honest, at times it's better than my curveball.
Is your third pitch your changeup?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. There's times, like, changeups go to, and then there's times where curveballs go to.
Yeah.
Like, Bethel, when I threw against them, curveball was the go-to. I think we threw 10 changeups in 7 innings.
Oh, wow.
And then, what was it, Tuesday that we played against Grace? Like, wind was blowing from first base to third base, so, like, we're throwing a lot of changeups today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that we did, so.
Yeah. I mean, do you find it where, and I mean, you can probably attest to this being a catcher. So, like, do you feel like when you're catching that pregame bullpen or you're warming up with your catcher, like, and you're testing out your pitches, like, I mean, you're not throwing at full speed, obviously, but, like, you're just seeing what's hot and what's not, or are you more of like a first inning, second inning, get the feel type of guy?
A little bit of both, to be honest. I mean, pregame bullpen. Dude, I mean, last year in high school, I didn't throw a strike in my pregame bullpen. But, like, we still rolled through the games, and I did the first inning, second inning, kind of feel it out. And then third inning rolls around, you're just like, got it. Dominate.
Yeah.
But, like, this year, I mean, you as a college pitcher, man, you got to figure it out in the pregame bullpen.
Gotcha.
Because, like, regardless of what level you're at, guys are going to hit, and that's the biggest adjustment for a pitcher. So, like, I'm definitely more, like, I figure it out when I'm in the pen. So, like, you just got to, and then you figure out even in game, like, make little adjustments. So
yeah, exactly.
And Colby, for you, do you kind of feel being behind the plate when a starting pitcher's up there, kind of like, all right, I feel like he's got it today, or maybe he could be a little bit nervous?
Yeah, you can definitely tell just because, like, in the pen, it's all about, like, demeanor, and it's all about how a pitcher's holding themselves. Like, they'll throw a few pitches, and, like, if they start sinking their shoulders, if their head starts going down, and you're like, let's hope he finds it. Because if then, like, we're in the bullpen early, and then that's going to really, really hurt us in the long run in the game.
Yeah. So for both of you guys, it's a question for both of you. Who is your favorite coach on the coaching staff?
Putting us on the spot like this.
I think we might have the same
It
answer.
could be for fun reasons. It could be
yeah.
you know, the guy you just talked to the most or something like that.
Yeah. Favorite, I'll have to go with Coach G. He's our old
I
had a
first base
feeling.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
called it.
told Owen, I said before me, I said, when we ask this question, I think it's going to be G.
Yeah.
I definitely see you guys in Baldwin, which is, for everyone that's listening that you don't know, Baldwin is, it's our cafeteria, and the football players sit, like, right by you guys, and I always see him, Coach G, sitting by you guys, and just, like, I mean, literally, I could be in there for, like, 45 minutes to an hour, and there will be, like, 3 different groups of baseball players will come in to, like, eat lunch, and he will just sit there the entire time with all 3 groups.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he just loves being around the guys. He's your biggest fan, your biggest critic, but, like, he's also kind of just like another dad to all of us.
That's good.
He cares about us more than just about anything.
Yeah.
And he fields grounders sometimes on that first base sideline. Gets in the way.
He just won't move. If there's a ball hit at him, he'll just stand there, and it's like, if it hits me, it hits me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I'm old enough to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Like,
He did that when he fell over. He just didn't move. He was ready to body that guy.
Yeah, he tried, like, there's a pop-up foul first. He takes 2 steps back, and, like, the first baseman's just, like, circling him, and he was, like, trying to get out of the way, and then he just tripped up over his own feet. He gives us so much crap for, like, whenever we make mistakes or just look goofy, and we rode him for a week about that.
That's hilarious.
So, Coach G, I remember his wife. The first time I ever did a play-by-play for your guys' team, I forget who it was against, but his wife came up to the press box, and it was like their wedding anniversary. So she had us play a special song from their, like, wedding anniversary. It was like their 60-something wedding anniversary.
Gosh.
It was like,
dang.
So it was great for them.
Yeah. So, like, you know, kind of going more into, I guess, like the serious side of stuff. What do you guys have a specific off-season regimen that your coach gives you, or like you guys said, like, if you go and play for that summer team, are you just going to do what the summer team tells you to do, or something like that?
It's a little bit of both. He kind of gives you a very broad guideline.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of on you to make sure that you're doing it. You're doing what you need to like be ready to play 55 games the next coming year.
Yeah. What about like workout stuff? Like for you, like are you doing extra pitching stuff? Like for you, are you, working out more and stuff like that?
Yeah, my summers are definitely like mainly lifting based, and then probably a month to a month and a half out is when I'll start throwing again and
Gotcha.
like picking up a bat and finding that swing. So when I'm back to campus, like we're ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, day one we're on the field practicing.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, looking back for like last summer.
Yeah, I was about to say because you're a freshman, so like, what was that kind of like?
Yeah, so last summer, I mean, I had a couple talks with Coach Benjamin about like if there was anything for me to do, like if he had some sort of regimen. He just said, "Not really, man. You threw a lot of innings, so like it's pretty much like on you to make sure that you're ready to go for the fall because like you're gonna need to throw some innings in the fall."
Yeah.
So like a lot of athletes in general, it's a lot of lifting over summer. You go through a season. I mean, even a senior year of high school, like when you're playing a lot, your body gets torn up. So like you lose some strength. So I mean, summer is like critical for lifting for me. But yeah, aside from lifting, last summer I did a decent amount of stuff like off the mound, did some long toss here and there, but like there wasn't anything too structured. I was just trying to go off of like what my body felt, and just making sure that I was like ready and prepared and strong and fast for the fall season. So,
Yeah.
like this summer, playing the first half of the summer, not going to be doing like a whole bunch of structured stuff outside of arm care and like warming up for games and post throw type of stuff. But then once games are over for the summer, then it's like shut down throwing for a little while, hit lifting, and then hit some sort of training program or structure before I get back to campus in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you guys, maybe not you, maybe Drew, maybe you have, Colby, maybe have you like gained weight since you came here?
Oh yeah, I've put on about 30 pounds since
Oh,
my
wow.
freshman
Okay,
year.
nice.
Oh, wow. How much do you weigh now?
Roughly anywhere.
If you don't
from-
mind me asking.
Nah, I don't. And on a good day, like 203 to 205.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Drew, have you?
Not really.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 pounds. Came in around 175 to 178, but I'm sitting at like a solid 180 right now.
Gotcha.
Don't want to get too big at 5'6". Might
Yeah.
look like a bowling ball.
So
That's
it looked like
funny.
CC Sabathia's younger brother out there.
No, dude, Bartolo Colon, bro.
Yeah.
That dude was a hunk.
What a transition.
Dude, yeah, bro. He is, dude. That
He's-
peak male athlete right
Yeah,
there.
I still remember like years ago on like ESPN. I promise whenever that dude pitched, ESPN just had a field day with
Oh,
him.
yeah,
and then
dude.
like one day he hit a home run. There's like a whole like ESPN story.
Oh
About
yeah,
it.
I remember it was against the Padres, bro, and he like just hooked it in the left field, and they were like, and that dude, the rest of the week, like the pitchers in the MLB, Twitter was just like they should have a pitcher's home run derby. I'm like, no, they shouldn't. It's like, no, they should not.
You do not want to watch pitchers hit.
God, no.
There was I remember because I'm from Louisiana, so I'm a big LSU guy. There was a Todd Peterson.
Yep.
You remember when that happened?
Oh, yes,
dude, that
I
was
remember
so
that.
sick,
Yep.
bro. I remember when that happened, and like I think it was in high school around that time. It was either my senior year or freshman year here, and that was so funny, dude.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was so funny.
Speaking of like MLB players, who's like kind of the guys
Yeah.
that you looked up to in the MLB or always liked watching?
Yeah.
For me, it was a lot of Carlos Gomez. I was
Really?
a big Brewers fan,
Okay.
and I just liked his electricity
Yeah.
and like what he brought.
I've been, when I played the field, I've been a huge Dustin Pedroia fan, but like as I've made the transition to pitching, Marcus Stroman's been my guy. He's really short, throws the ball really well.
Yeah,
He's got an insane work ethic, and I
Yeah.
love it.
he is very good.
I don't know any of those guys.
I love this podcast because
This is right
Yeah.
up your alley.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a dude. MLB. I'm a Yankees fan. Sorry.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I figured you. Are you a Red Sox guy?
I am
'Cause-
a Red
okay.
Sox guy.
What are you?
Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, but no. So, I mean, I grew up. So my dad's and my grandfather's from New York, so my dad, kind of like watched Yankees games a little bit, and then I kind of just fed into it right away, just because like this old guy I lived next to had given me like a book or whatever, and it was like a Lou Gehrig book, so I was like, oh, the Yankees, like Babe Ruth, and then like Derek Jeter. Yeah. See, I'm not a bandwagoner. It was just because this old dude I lived next to or something like that. I was like, he was an old dude or just like some old thing I had that someone had given us that was just like, I was like, oh, Babe Ruth, Derek Jeter, like all these like old time, like right when I got into baseball. Yeah. So big Yankees guy. Sorry.
It's all right, man. It's respectable.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys on your season are sitting 13-14. Obviously not in the position you want to be. But I did look at the schedule, and you guys only lost 14 games last season. Obviously it's a step back.
Just went out.
What?
Just went out now. They just went out now, and they'll be the same record.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So just do that. But no, like seriously, like what? I mean, obviously there's a step back, but where do you guys see? Are you guys improving in areas? Are you guys ready to make that next step forward to kind of finding yourself back? To just kind of lose yourself at the beginning of the season a little bit?
Every year it's just about like finding ourselves as a team and like having our offense, our defense, pitching, everything just come together. And like this year's we've struggled to like just have it all together on a certain day. Like our pitching has showed up for us, but then maybe our bats don't show up, or our bats show up and then it's a 15-14 game because pitching didn't really show up, or our fielding makes a few errors and like. Yeah,
because I've seen the schedule and everything, and you guys like lose games where it's like 8-7, and so it's just like you just couldn't quite finish it on the defensive end.
Yeah.
I mean, being a freshman, even like I can see where like Colby said, like the bits and pieces at times just don't all come together, and like one, that's a part of the game, but two, like we also got to take into effect like we're really thin on the pitching staff side.
Yeah, I heard you guys lost a couple people, right?
Yeah.
And then like we also did lose like a lot of big bats last year from last year too. And like no diss to anybody on our team, because like our hitters are still insane.
Yeah.
Like we still have insane hitters, but like Colby said, sometimes it just doesn't piece together, and that's just the game of baseball. But like I definitely feel like we're improving. I would say we're especially improving on the pitching side. We've had a couple talks with Coach about how pitchers really, really, really needed to step up. Some guys who weren't throwing a lot of innings, like whenever they get their opportunity, like they needed to take their opportunity and make the most of it. And I think in the last week and a half, that's happened. Like we spoke on Nick Evans earlier. Like Nick wasn't a guy that coaches had probably seen to be pitching weekend innings, and like Nick's going to be pitching weekend innings now. And like he made 2 appearances that were stellar, and like he got the job done. And like even like the other guys who pitched in the Thomas More game yesterday, Andrew Pelkey and Ethan Dixon, like they put together 2 really good outings from the pen. And like it's really encouraging to see, because when we're that thin on a pitching staff, I mean, like we lost Norman, we lost Eddie Spolman early in the season, or before the season even started. I'm trying to think.
Gabe Fleece a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, like Fleece, like
Harry. I remember Harrison.
Yeah, Harrison's gone
like,
now.
We've lost a lot of arms, and like I think it's really encouraging to see guys stepping up, and like it's fun when that happens. So
yeah,
I find that really cool. Like seeing like you're very close to being back at 500. Obviously, 1 game away, and like hearing all that, like it makes sense now.
Oh yeah,
it
100%,
makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, if someone that just like looks up and you're like, oh, baseball isn't doing too hot this year, it's like, well, take a look.
Yeah, well, it's a 55 game season.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
like
too.
you guys, like you see this in the MLB all the time. It's like a team can start out losing, like getting swept their first 2 series of the season. I mean, the MLB is 162 games. So, I mean, you could see them go out 0 for 6 or 0 for 8 to start the season out, and then they'll win the World Series.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it's just like baseball. Like I've learned that, I mean, it's kind of similar in football where, you just gotta, you lose a game, but you got to make a quick turnaround. But in college football, there's 10 games in a season. So you lose 2 games, you're probably on the brink of missing the playoffs, because there's only 16 of us that make the playoffs. Where like in baseball, you lose the first 4 games, you got you got 55 game season. So you lose the first 4 games, you got 51 other games to figure it out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's something I loved about baseball.
Yep.
Like growing up. I mean, even in high school, we played 32 or 36 games in a season, just because we did a lot of like tournaments. You guys probably did that like against other high schools, like in the weekend tournaments. And like, I mean, you could start out the season 0 for 4, and even though it's a lesser than like college, lesser than pros, you could still, like my high school, we lost like 8 games. Like we lost, like we were 2-6 or something like that to start the year off, and then we just went on a run and we won state my senior year.
Yep.
Like, I mean, it's a massive, like that was one of my favorite things about baseball growing up, was just how quick you can turn it around.
Yeah, and it's all depending on your players. I mean, everyone has to buy in, everyone has to hold each other accountable, and like it takes one day and then everything starts clicking, and then like you said, it's just you're on a roll from there.
Yeah.
Sure. I think like what Colby said earlier, like with yesterday's game, everything clicked, and like let's be real, 1 to 9 in our batting lineup is solid. Like regardless of what guys we lost last year, you can't walk into our practice or into our game day and look at our lineup card and be like, those guys suck, because they don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I have
our
learned
guys
that.
produce.
Yeah.
Yeah, as someone that's
awesome.
seen a few games so far this year, truly anyone 1 through 9 can put together a game at any point.
Yeah.
But do you guys, Colby, when you're up to bat, you ever hear Butch talking in your ear?
I don't hear him, no.
Butch is his dad, everybody.
He's
okay.
normally quiet until I just don't swing at a pitch, and then I'm walking back to the dugout, and then I'll start hearing him chirp. And I'm like,
That's funny.
Drew, you ever hear your dad maybe say something when you're on the mound or coming back to the dugout?
Nah, he doesn't say anything. Usually he'll sit up top on the hill.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
The hill.
He doesn't like. He's weird, man. Like,
No, my dad was the exact same way, so it's not that weird. I mean,
it's
yeah.
pretty weird. I'm gonna be honest. He just like. Maybe you don't see it that way, but maybe it's just the way I see it. But like, he's a guy who paces a lot. So like he'll pace.
Yep.
He'll pace over to the visitor's side. He'll
Okay,
come
yeah,
back.
that's-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, that's a little weird.
And then he'll end up on top of the hill, and he'll.
That's so fun.
But like, he just doesn't want me to see him, and I'm glad, because I don't want to. While I'm pitching, I don't want to see him either.
Yeah.
That's
Colby's
hilarious.
dad's iconic. He always has a chair. He has a lawn chair, but it's set up at the top of the walkway of the bleachers.
That's
Does
your
not
dad?
Everyone's way. Yeah,
He-
right
No
in everyone's
way.
Yep.
right in everyone's way.
That's your dad. That's
I mean,
hilarious.
Hilarious guy. Well, I've
Dude,
never
yeah.
talked to him, but
Yeah.
it's just very funny seeing him sit right there all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of the hill, I as a fellow football player, as a fellow offensive lineman, before meetings, the boys, we like to go up and on the hill and cheer you guys on or heckle at the left field of the other team. Have you guys like noticed us or like
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys?
of course,
Is that
100%.
when you see like us up there? Like, because I know sometimes they'll have like other sport teams, like the softball team, or speaking of softball,
Yeah, softball has denied our
Softball
email so
has,
many times to be
like
on
the
this
ghost
podcast.
of us.
Really?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
crazy. But anyways, off of our softball rant of the day, like, do you guys, we're your favorite sport when we go up there? Because I feel like we're the loudest.
Oh, by far.
Personally.
Yes,
Yeah,
by
our
far.
outfielders always come in and
Really?
say, dude, those football guys up there are hilarious.
And it's always the lineman, bro. It's so, I love it. I remember when you guys played Cleary University or something like that, and they had, we looked up Cleary's roster and we looked up like the dude's numbers or whatever, and on Cleary's roster they had the parents' names like on there.
Oh, that's gonna stop.
And I'm just gonna stop there. It got really funny. And they were laughing, bro. So I feel like as an outfielder, you just gotta kind of have to take it.
Yeah, everyone's a good
But,
sport out
yeah,
there because
yeah.
they have so much around them, and
Yeah.
like there's always that one person, whether it's from a bullpen or
Yeah.
behind them, that's like chirping them the entire game.
I bet.
And it's like if you have a short temper, like sorry,
Yeah,
about your
oh,
luck
yeah.
that
Bad
day.
day for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. Because it's funny because like I played baseball in high school, so like we had a left field lounge, and I never got to experience that, but they were always just dogging on the left
Yup.
fielder. Like we had this thing where like if the outfielder made an error, like and the ball rolled to the fence, they would throw a boot with a rope wrapped around it, like right in front of him. I'm like, dude, this dude's trying to pick up a baseball. He keeps like dropping it because he's got a giant boot just in front of his face.
Oh, man.
But like it's so funny. Like I always make sure if you guys have a game and we have like a meeting, I'm going to go up there for at least 30 minutes just to yell at
Awesome.
somebody.
Yeah, we all love it.
Yeah.
So what's your guys's? It can be out of high school or also college as well. What's your best put together? Maybe Colby, it would be your best hitting stat line, and Drew, your best pitching stat line.
Oh, best hitting stat lines. Obviously not this year. That's for sure.
Come on, man.
We are down this year. I would either say it was my junior year of high school or last year here. It was like just over 300, hit a bunch of doubles, hit a few home runs. The one I liked last year was roughly 53 RBIs.
Wow.
Yeah. So like
Nice.
it was nice to see that like I was putting balls in play and like making a difference in games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about you?
you hit a moon rocket where I'm from, Goshen College. He
Oh, really?
rocketed one over the left field fence, and I was like, okay, that's in the parking lot.
You're like, yeah, that's
Goshen
my
College.
catcher. Let's go.
What about you, Drew?
For me, like as a collective season, it was 100% my senior year of high school. I think it was like 60-plus innings, somewhere near 90 or 100 strikeouts, and like a .99 ERA.
Wow.
But like
Wow.
this year, like from like a single outing standpoint, I would probably say Tuesday, to be honest. Like came out of the pen through 4 innings, allowed like 1 hit and 1 walk.
Wow.
And
Wow.
no earned runs, and I thought even in the cold, like I thought it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Definitely.
nice.
Have you ever had a perfect game or no hitter? your
When I was
career?
11,
Hey, that's what counts. Was it a perfect game or no hitter?
it was a perfect game.
Nice. Let's
Wow.
go. Let's go. Have you
Sick.
ever caught, like, what was your, or you've probably caught one, but what was your favorite one? High school, college?
I've never caught one.
Really? Okay.
Really?
That's actually,
Yeah.
I was expecting him to say, yeah, I've caught like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably like 4th grade. We threw like a combined no-hitter, but we walked enough guys, we still lost. So that
no.
sucks.
No way.
Yeah.
That sucks.
No, I have never caught one.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow.
All right, so last question. Put on your thinking caps. It's always a little bit of a difficult question, but it's always a nice one to end on.
Yeah.
So the question is, what kind of has this program? Drew, it'll be a little bit hard for you to answer it because it's kind of like a afterthought
Yeah.
of when you're done through your 4 years. But I guess we can change up for a little bit for you. But for Colby, after next year, because I'm assuming you're going to play 4, maybe 5, depending on if COVID regulations and everything, what do you kind of want to take out of this program here in Indiana Wesleyan? And Drew, what are you hoping to look back on after either your 4 or 5 years that you play?
You got it first, man.
I just want to take away the selflessness. Like, all of our coaches devote so much time, and like all of the guys play for everyone around them before they play for themselves, and like we're all just really a big family. And if I can take that family out of here and like that selflessness out of here, and like I think that'll help me as a person in the real world with a job and everything like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure. What I'm looking to take out of it, like after I'm done here, and I feel like I already have taken a little bit out of it. Same thing, like selflessness, and like I want to grow more on the faith side. I think this is a great school to do that at. Obviously, everything in the Bible is true, man, and like there's so many life lessons that you can learn from that, and then like going alongside that in the game of baseball, there's so many more life lessons you can learn that you can apply to the Bible, and like that the Bible teaches you as well. And then like when I'm done here, I want to look back and be like, I grew a lot as a person, as a baseball player, and then in the future, like prepare that to be like a great family member, like a great dad, a great husband, all of that stuff, and just like regardless of whether I continue to play baseball after I'm done here at Indiana Wesleyan, like I just want to make sure that I take that stuff away from it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so
Yeah.
much for being on the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us.
yeah.
Any tags or shout outs? Anyone you want to shout out for getting you here or something like that? Or
Just my parents and past coaches.
yeah.
For sure.
Do you guys have like a baseball Instagram page? Do you
We
know?
have a Twitter page.
Twitter
I don't
page.
know about
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay. It's just iWoo Baseball.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be sure to at
definitely
least
think they
shout
have
them out
one.
at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just take a look around on
Yeah.
the Instagram. Drew, you're allergic to everything.
Yeah.
Food
Not as
wise.
bad as my roommate.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Shout
Wow.
out Darian Pugh, allergic to everything under the sun.
Well,
Dang, that stinks. You must be no offense, but no wonder you're 5'6". But
Hey,
I'm kidding.
No, that's why I grew, man. That's why
Really,
I grew,
really?
found it out.
hey, man,
Yeah.
we're short kings here.
Hey, I know
man.
you.
Come on.
Yeah,
Um,
he's really short. Yeah.
I'm
We
2
make- we
inches
make-
taller than
we make
Drew.
fun of- Nah, you're short. Drew's like 6 foot compared to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
So, yeah, we're going to head it off to the preview section. Owen, you ready?
yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Wow. Out of the interview right there. I tried to do something different with it.
Ow!
You just smacked your head.
Ear.
Stop.
There we
Perry paid a lot of money for that.
I was
You're just
pushing it
moving
forward.
around.
Dr. Perry, chill out. He needs to chill. He's got to stand up.
I'm not gonna stand up.
You think he's watching this?
No,
Oh,
he's
shout
not.
out. Bro,
Shout out if he does.
He listens to the Fortress like all the time. He's got
Yeah,
that
he
thing.
can't
He's
spend
got
1
that,
hour.
Yeah, he's got that
Can't
crap
spend 1 hour.
running through his house.
Can't spend 1 hour a
can-
week watching this,
Yeah,
can
well, if
you?
you got you yelling like this, it's gonna be like an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
that
Maybe
is
maybe
true.
dude, he did say, wasn't he the one that said like you guys should probably
Bro, he
do, like, a
wanted this to be
20-minute
20
podcast?
minutes. 20. That almost made me stand up. That made Owen stand up.
Dr. Perry.
Dr. Perry, 20-minute podcast interviewing sports
What?
people? No,
No.
dog.
These sports people, I mean, sports people. I made that sound like I was a narp. These
or civilian.
civilian. These athletes love to talk about sports, and that's what we're here for. I mean, Wildcat Week. I mean, as the poster behind me, it used to be a television show. Rest in peace, Dr.
Yeah.
King. Well, he's not dead, but rest in peace to the television station. But like, so it used to be a show, and then they got rid of it because the television station got.
Why did it take us 9 episodes to talk about this?
Yeah, I know. And Don and I decided, let's do this, but better. So we basically do the interview. We interview athletes, and it's essentially the exact same thing as the show, but better. And it's with Donovan and I. No offense to Dr. King,
Yeah,
but it's better.
And it's 2 students doing it. You
It's
know?
2 students. We're student. We're student. I'm a student athlete. Donovan's a student. Like what? You're a
Civilian.
news director? No, you're something different, Donovan. You're a sports
I'm a
director,
different
news
breed.
director for good old Amplify Media.
Yeah, I'll be the news director next year.
News director, congratulations.
Yeah, enough about us, Owen.
Good job.
Carry on.
All right,
Carry on.
so
Preview time.
great interview though. Great shout out to the boys.
Yeah.
So going into men's baseball, they got a lot of stuff coming up. Hopefully, me and the O line can go catch this game. They have a doubleheader against University of St. Francis Friday, starting at 3:00. That will be at Marion. Or that will be in Marion here at good old Wildcat baseball field. And then Saturday they will be playing. So it's a 4-game series, but the 2 first games tomorrow will be at here in Marion, like I said. And
Tomorrow
then
isn't Friday.
yeah, it's Friday. I'm sorry, today's Thursday.
You're good.
And then Saturday, which would probably be the day this is coming out, they will be playing at St. Francis in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and that game will be a doubleheader again, starting at 1:00, and then the game probably being after around like 4 or 5. Then on Monday they will be playing a doubleheader, a 2-game series against Grace College. So it's back-to-back conference games. We're kind of getting into the conference swing of things, so that's fun. That will be. That would be in Winona Lake, right?
Winona.
Dang it. I keep messing. I mess
So
it up every
close
time.
to getting the Indiana lingo.
Yeah, I know. Winona Lake here in good old Indiana against Grace College. Like I said, the first game will start at 1:00. And then on Tuesday, they will be playing a 1-game series against University of Northwestern Ohio at 3:00. And that will be another away game. So they'll be going back-to-back away games, back-to-back days. So I wonder what they're going to do. I wonder if they're going to they'll probably go to Grace back and then drive to Ohio. Do you think they're going to go to Grace in Ohio?
No, they'll come back.
Yeah, for sure. So and then on Friday and Saturday, I guess I can include it, even though I'll probably do it next week as well. They will be playing Huntington University in Huntington, a 4-game series, doubleheader on Friday starting at 3, and a doubleheader on Saturday starting at 1:00. So good luck to the boys. Going on to men's golf, we have the Eagle Invitational on Monday and Tuesday. There is no start time for that yet, but it will be in Lexington, Kentucky. Goodness gracious, it is 76 degrees in here. It's hot. I'm going to be honest with you. It's very hot in here.
Should have wore shorts.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's 28 degrees outside.
Should have worn shorts. I'm not wearing shorts. I'm saying I should have also worn shorts.
Yeah, 100%. Or like Brighton shorts or something like that.
I've just been changing over here,
just
man.
get the podcast changed. So tennis, men's tennis, they will hopefully, like I said, they started yesterday, the IW Invitational, and then they're playing today. They started at 4 o'clock against Lindsey Wilson College. I would guess it's over with by now.
Yeah, I'm just guessing they
haven't reported it yet to the sports page where we get our information from. Shout out to Stephen Gidley and the crew.
Yeah. Sojourn does. Yeah. Yes.
Missouri Baptist University on Friday at 5, and then William Woods University of Missouri. So back-to-back Missouri teams on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and that will conclude the IW Invitational.
I've never been to Missouri, but Missouri just sounds like a dumb state.
You definitely just cut it at the Missouri part.
Yeah, we cut a lot there.
All right, so we just definitely cut a lot out because Donovan kind of went on a little tangent. And then kind of going on into, it's another thing on Wednesday through Saturday of next Saturday. So April 6th through April 9th, they will be playing in the Doc Richards tournament. And that will also be here in Marion, Indiana. So best of luck to the men's tennis team. And then hopefully track will have their meet this Saturday, the George Glass invite at Taylor University and the George Glass Track and Field Complex. So again, good old Upland, Indiana. And then on Friday and Saturday of next week, which we'll talk about again next week, they are they're running and throwing, and the Indiana Tech invite. So over in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So best of luck to the men's sports teams and then the track and field team. So Donovan.
Cool. All right. So we will kick it off with the softball schedule. So this game will happen before the podcast will come out, but excuse me as well. Dude, this scissor here has got me burping.
Yeah, dude. We're not sponsored by the company, so.
Yeah, so we always have to tear off the labels.
Yeah.
So Friday, tomorrow, the softball team will play a doubleheader against Grace College up at Winona Lake. And then on Saturday, the day this podcast will come out, they will be here for a doubleheader against Mount Vernon Nazarene out of Ohio. And then next Monday, this is all Crossroads League that I'm going to be saying. Next Monday, we have a doubleheader against Spring Arbor. That'll be in Michigan. On Tuesday, they'll have a doubleheader against St. Francis in Fort Wayne. And then on next Saturday, they will play a doubleheader against Taylor University at Taylor. So they will have 6 games in a row where they will be away. But softball.
No.
Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. No, it's not even worth it.
Just go to the next sport.
Not even worth it.
Not even worth it anymore.
All right. Gosh. Let's move on to women's golf. Sheesh.
Who hopefully we could have on soon because they're good.
Yeah.
Or the men's team.
Or the men's. Yeah. So women's golf is going to the Eagle Invitational. Is that what the men's are going to as well?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Eagle Invitational in Lexington, Kentucky at the Griffin Gate Golf Course. That'll happen next Monday and Tuesday. And then for women's tennis, they also play Lindsey Wilson College. Who
is it the Iowa invite?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So they haven't reported the score yet. Tomorrow, Friday, they'll play MoBap, Missouri Baptist University. And then on Saturday, they'll play William Woods University out of Missouri.
Yeah.
And then they will also
I like the state of Missouri, unlike Donovan.
Yeah. And then the women's team will also be a part of the Doc Richards tourney that will happen next week here at the Sutter Tennis Center. So, Owen, that rounds out episode 9.
Yeah.
Next week is special episode 10.
Nice. So what should we do?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
We gotta have special people on here.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna. Who did we have on first episode? It was a girls' basketball team, right?
Girls basketball.
We should definitely have Claire and Jordan ask them if they want to come on again. Just say hey real quick or something like that.
Actually,
yeah, that'd be fun. I feel like they were the first episode people. So I mean, for
just like come say
10.
hi, but interview them or
yeah. Or we could just kind of do like a very, very quick recap of their season.
Okay.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah. Should we dress up nice?
I'd be down if they can figure this AC out problem. I'd be.
That's
down.
true. I don't want to be.
I don't want to be,
sweating.
dude. I don't want to be in like a freaking button up and like sweating my, what off in here.
Yeah. All right. So that will round it out for episode 9.
Yeah, Dr.
Me and
Perry,
Owens.
if you're listening, turn the AC
me and
down.
Owens' foreheads are shining right now with sweat. So yeah. This will be out once again Saturday, usual time.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm saying this right now because by the time you guys hear this, it will already be out and everything like that. So you guys all have a blessed weekend and next week ahead of you. Have a great weekend. Hopefully
the weather
is
good where you're at.
yeah,
Definitely good where my parents are at, but your
not
parents are
here.
here, so
My parents are even north of here.
yeah, so it's probably snowing.
No.
I know, I'm kidding.
No, it's not
Apparently it's going to
snowing.
snow in Michigan. Hopefully that doesn't
Dude,
come down
I would be practicing golf already right now for high
I know,
school.
bro. Like,
Bro,
what?
I played in a golf match my junior year of high school in the snow.
Yeah.
It was snowing. Riley, be glad, man. I played
Yeah.
in the snow.
Yeah, dude,
on
this
match.
kid. What?
It was snowing on us
Oh my
while we were playing. And like luckily it wasn't sticking, so it was melting,
yeah.
but it was
It's probably
physically snowing.
Yeah.
Like
That
you would hit your
stinks.
ball and you'd be like, I'm pretty sure that's my ball or that's a snowflake.
That stinks.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be horrible.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
everyone out there, have a blessed week. Have a great week, as Owen said. Hopefully, the weather is nice to you as we're warming up to spring weather.
Yeah.
Next week will be the awesome episode 10. We'll try to do something a little extra special for there. But for
Special.
now, it's way too hot in here. I'm out.
Yep.